Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a timeless pick a pile reading called Are They Dating Me with Intention? This reading is here to help you understand what your partner's true intentions are, not just what they're saying, but what they actually want. Tarot is for entertainment purposes only, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, it's not your story. Don't try to force it or make it fit. You can always check another pile. We have 3 piles today. Pile number 1 is Green Aventurine. This is the heart healer. It's about growth, opportunity, emotional renewal, and fresh starts in love. Pile number 2 is Sunstone. Confidence, independence, vitality, that bold, radiant energy that says you know your worth. And pile number 3 is the Amethyst. Intuition, clarity, spiritual connection, and truth, the deeper knowing. Take a moment and breathe and think about your person. Let your intuition guide you. Maybe it's the stone. Maybe it's the color. Maybe it's the card. Maybe it's just a feeling. And once you've chosen your pile, you can jump to it using the timestamps in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. Welcome to your timeless reading. Are they dating me with intention? Pile number 1. So pile number 1, today I'm using the Lucky in Love Oracle, or Lucky in Love Tarot, and the Mystic Love Oracle for your spread. I've asked the cards several questions to define whether or not your partner is dating you with intention. So let's get into it, shall we? The first card represents the vision that they hold. What is my partner's ultimate goal or end game for our connection? What do they actually want with me long term is the question. So what does this person actually want with you long term? And we get the 4 of Cups. It's clarified by Ghosted. So the 4 of Cups, as you can see, has the keyword discontent. So this is someone who was discontent since it was reversed, who was folding their arms, staring at that open door, waiting for something more. But reverse means that this energy is shifting. They're coming out of their apathy. They're starting to notice what's actually in front of them. So this person notices you. But then we get ghosted again. Ghosted, disappearing. And this changes everything, because what this combination is saying to me is that this person may be waking up to what they have with you. They recognize you. They see you as some quality. But their pattern when things get too real is to disappear, to ghost. So the vision isn't a long-term plan. It's someone who keeps coming back when the discontent gets loud enough and then vanishes when it gets too close. That's the end game, whether they're conscious of it or not. And now you know. Question number 2. What specifically motivates my partner to keep showing up? Why do they keep coming back? And we got the 7 of Swords, clarified by anxiety and worry. So the 7 of Swords shows someone taking what they need. See, she's taking the money from the man who's asleep in the bed. So the 7 Swords shows someone taking what they need while the other person is asleep and unaware. And the anxiety and worry clarifies that this person is operating from a place of fear underneath all of it. So what motivates your partner to keep coming back to you is need, not love necessarily, not intention. They're coming back to you because you have something they need. That could be comfort, stability, emotional safety, resources, and the anxiety underneath drives them to keep taking from that well. They're not showing up because they've decided you're the one, They're showing up because leaving feels scarier than staying. Question number 3, investment versus interest. This one is surprising. I'm asking the question, is my partner actually putting in effort or just enjoying the moment? And we have the 10 of Cups and the marriage card. Both cards can mean marriage. So this is the most intentional card I'm seeing in this spread. This card, the 10 of Cups, depicts a family laying in the grass, blowing bubbles, having a picnic, being completely at peace. And then sacred union, a beach wedding, 2 people choosing each other fully. So somewhere in this person, your person, the desire for something real and lasting does exist. The vision of a family, of a sacred commitment that is in them. The investment card is saying that they're not just here for the moment. There is a part of them that genuinely wants what the 10 of Cups represents. But when you look at this next to the 7 of Swords and this 4 of Cups, what you've got is someone who wants the 10 of Cups, right? But they keep sabotaging it. So they may even say to you, yeah, I'm dating with intention, but they sabotage it. That's the problem. That's the problem. So next question, what role is pile number 1? When I say am I'm referring to the pile that I'm reading for. This is basically your questions, right? Hopefully you're asking the cards and wanting the answers to. That's how I phrased it or intended it to go. So 4th question, the mirror. What role is pile number 1 playing in encouraging or discouraging their partner's intentionality? In other words, how am I affecting how serious they take me or our relationship? And we got the Lovers and happiness, bliss. So you see here a couple on a park bench holding hands with the Cupid behind them. And bliss, a woman running through golden fields, completely free and happy. So what role are you playing? You're bringing joy into this connection, genuine happiness. The Lover says that you are showing up as someone worth choosing, someone who makes this feel like love is supposed to feel. And bliss says your energy is light and warm and easy to be around. But here's the mirror, though. The Cupid arrow isn't drawn. You notice he isn't drawing his arrow. The arrow is there, but it hasn't been released. And the question the cards are asking is the bliss and the ease that you're bringing to this connection making it too comfortable for them to stay without fully committing to you? Sometimes when we make love feel effortless, the other person stops feeling the urgency to lock it in. So you may be giving the 10 of Cups and the Lover's experience without requiring the sacred union or the commitment marriage. So they're buying the cow, and they're not buying the cow because they're getting the milk for free type of energy. Or you're just doing too much. You're doing too much and they haven't earned it yet. Now, question 5 relates to what are their hidden barriers? in this connection? What past patterns or external factors are limiting my person's ability, pile number one's person ability, to fully commit to them right now? And guys, don't shoot the messenger. This is a classic love triangle going on here. We've got, for hidden barriers, the Queen of Wands. She's usually the other woman. And it could be the other man, and depending on, your situation. Take it how it resonates. By the way, tarot is for entertainment purposes only, and please understand that this is a collective reading. Not all things will resonate with you. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Don't try to make it fit. So we have a majorette. She's front and center. All eyes are on her. She's dazzling. See the word dazzle in the corner? And the call, hearing from them, is the clarifier. A woman is looking at her phone, waiting to hear from someone. So there is another person in your partner's energy. It could be a fire sign energy, female or male, depending on your situation. This is someone who's magnetic. They're visible. They're commanding of attention. They may be demanding. And the call says that there is still communication happening. There's still communication happening between them. So whether this is ongoing or unresolved, the Queen of Wands energy has not fully left the picture. And now you know. Your partner may be waiting on something from them, or this third party may be still reaching out. Either way, this is the hidden barrier. And until this thread is fully cut, this cord is fully cut, your person cannot be fully present with you. Question number 6. Where do our paths intersect, and where might they diverge? How in alignment are we? And I got the Three of Cups reverse, guys, and the third party card. They basically mirror each other. The Three of Cups, when it's upright, it talks about celebration, reunion, reconciliation, feeling good. And it could be, partying, socializing, dating, that sort of thing. Everything is good. But when it's reversed, it's too merged. There's too many people involved. There's third-party interference. That's the clarifier. Third-party interference. And notice we've got 3 cups here too. And it's in shadow. Now you're aware. The spark here is your awareness now that you're the third party. You don't know it yet, but you are. So, or there is a third party in this situation. So the cards aren't being subtle. They're being pretty direct. The place where your paths diverge is exactly where the Queen of Wands energy lives. The third party isn't just a hidden barrier. She is actively affecting the alignment of your connection. And where things could go wrong is right there. So if this situation isn't resolved, the celebration this relationship could have will stay upside down. So if you can get rid of this third party in a peaceful, harmonious way, harming no one, your relationship has potential chance. But with this third party interference here, the outcome I'm seeing is the Three of Swords and independent, non-committal. So as you can see in the Three of Swords, this is a display of emotional pain and heartbreak. And it's a 3 as well. 3, 3, 3. all representing third parties. So I'm pretty sure about it. This is people in agony, clutching their chest in tears. An independent, non-committal clarifies it. So if nothing changes, if the Queen of Wands thread remains unresolved, if the ghosting pattern that your partner has continues, if the anxiety keeps driving the why they're coming around instead of the real intention, then this is likely to end in a heartbreak and separation. It may not be a dramatic blow up because now you know circumstances around it. But the Three of Swords next to the non-committal clarifier says that you end up holding the emotional weight of a connection that never fully became what it had the potential to be. So I hope that in informing you about this, it prepares you for this, and that lessens the amount of pain that you feel should this unfold as the cards are saying it is likely to. But if you can resolve the issue with the other woman, the potential of the family and marriage sacred union is there. But spirits wants you to know that your best aligned next action is towards yourself. Okay? What is the most aligned next action that Spirit advises that you take right now? And that is to honor yourself, honor your own needs, honor you. You're the prize. And we got the Wheel of Fortune, a woman winning a prize. And the key word is luck. The Wheel of Fortune is about cycles and changes. So you're at a change of cycle here. Something's about to change. And it's clarified by the Divine Feminine. So we see this young couple at an arcade winning prizes, and the Divine Feminine is a woman with a flower covering one eye, and the word her is written here across her chest. So the Wheel of Fortune is saying that your luck is turning. Something is shifting in your favor, but Divine Feminine is the action you need to take. The flower covering the eye means you should be more selective in the future. Be more selective and have a more intentional focus. The aligned action for you right now is to come back to you, to your Divine Feminine energy, to your own worth, to your own mystery, and to your own center. So stop watching the wheel spin for someone else. Let it spin for you. So to sum it all up, pile number one, let's bring it all together. The Four of Cups reversed and ghosted. This person is waking up to what they have. They see your potential, but their pattern is to disappear when things get too real. The why they keep coming back to you is the Seven of Swords and anxiety. They keep coming back out of a need and a fear, not out of a clear intention. Their investment that they're willing to make is the Ten of Cups, the sacred union. The desire for something lasting is genuinely in them. They do want the family, the marriage, the kids, and all that. They just aren't necessarily building towards that right now. The Lovers and the Bliss shows that your ease and warmth may be making it too comfortable for them to feel the urgency to commit to you. So that's something you could change if you're not ready to distance yourself or detach yourself emotionally from this connection. That's something you could work on changing, giving a little bit less. And making them work or earn your presence a little bit more. The hidden barrier that you're facing is the Queen of Wands, another woman or another man, fire energy, and they're still in communication with your person. The alignment check confirmed it. There is third-party interference that is actively disrupting the trajectory of this connection. And if nothing changes, it will disrupt it, causing heartbreak and independence, non-committal actions, and basically you ending up single. But the wheel is turning in your favor, my love. The wheel is turning in your favor. But you have to center your own energy for it to land somewhere good. So, are they dating you with intention? I hope that I've answered that question for you. The Ten of Cups and the Sacred Union says that they do have a desire, but the Ghosted card, the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Three of Swords, says the intention hasn't fully formed into action for them yet. And right now, the cards are saying the most powerful move that you can make, pile number one, is the one that you make for yourself. I hope that you found this reading insightful and helpful. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, pile number two. If you chose this pile, these cards are for you, and I'm going to be reading from my Love Dynamics deck today. Let me show you the box. This is available on Etsy. Just type in Love Dynamics Tarot and it should come right up. So I'm going to be flipping each one of the Love Dynamics cards over and read exactly to you what it says on the back so you can see the deck working in real time. So let's get into your pile number two. What is my partner's ultimate goal or end game for our connection? And what do they actually want with me long term? That's the question you're asking, pile number two. And the answer is the Two of Wands clarified by money matters. So this tells me that their intention is to plan a future together, consider long-term possibilities. They're ready to take the relationship to the next level. Okay, so that's actually a very promising vision card. They see a future with you, and they're thinking forward. They're not just living in the moment with you. This is a future-oriented energy and intention to build something. But the money matters does come in as a clarifier. And this card says that money is becoming a pressure point in the connection, whether it's overspending, income gaps, or fear of scarcity. So the vision for the relationship is real, but there's some financial tension underneath it that's creating friction. Maybe there's a gap in how you both approach money. Maybe financial stress is making it harder to move towards the next level, even though the desire is there. The Two of Wands wants to step into the future, but Money Matters is saying there's a practical obstacle that needs to be addressed before that step can fully happen. Question number two. Why? What specifically motivates my partner to keep showing up? And why do they keep coming back to pile number two? And the answer is the Eight of Swords reversed and once a cheater. So why do they keep showing up? And we got the Eight of Swords reversed. This says that they intend to take control, to embrace change, and actively participate in strengthening the relationship with confidence. They feel ready to break free from limiting beliefs or emotional traps, They have a desire to move forward without fear. So the motivation is genuine growth energy. This person is working on themselves. They're trying to break free from whatever has held them back emotionally. And they see this connection with you, pile number 2, as part of that forward movement. So that's very positive. But once a cheater clarifies it, and this says history has a habit of repeating itself when accountability is missing. Cheating isn't just a mistake, it's a pattern when it's healed. It's a pattern until it's healed. So I want to be careful with this one, because this doesn't necessarily mean that your person is cheating or actively cheating. What it could mean is that there is a past pattern here, a history they may have of not being fully faithful, emotionally or physically, and that hasn't been fully healed or accounted for yet. The Eight of Swords reverse says they want to break free from that old habit. They want to do better. For you, they want to do better. But once a cheater, the phrase. So Spirit is saying, watch the pattern. They have a desire to change, but actually changing are two different things. So keep an eye open. Next question. Investment versus interest. The question is my partner, pile number 2's partner, actually putting in effort or just enjoying the moment? So are they growing or just comfortable in the relationship with you, pile number 2? We got the Hangman and breaking up. So the Hangman says that this energy or this relationship feels stuck. There's waiting or suspense. Forward movement is blocked by indecision and inaction, creating frustration and delay. Their near future actions will stall, avoid making a decision, or keep things in limbo. And instead of taking action, they will choose to wait and see. So the honest answer is to that question, are they putting in effort, is not really, not right now. They're hanging in there. They're not moving forward, and they're not moving backward. They're just waiting. And that can be frustrating, because you can't build something with someone who's chosen to wait and see. And the breakup card clarifies it. It says whether it's official or emotional, a break has happened. What once held you together can no longer hold your growth. So something already fractured here. There's been a break. Maybe it's not an official one, but an emotional one. And the Hangman is someone who hasn't decided what to do about that break yet. They're still hanging in the in-between. Fourth question. What role am I, or pile number 2, playing in encouraging or discouraging my partner's intentionality toward me? How am I affecting how serious they take our relationship? And we got the Page of Pentacles and holding you back. So this one is about you, pile number 2. We have the Page of Pentacles clarified by the holding you back. So this says that your intention is to build something steady with your partner, but things are moving slowly. You can expect a message soon. It says that your future actions will be to reach out, to communicate, or to extend effort to develop the connection. You're approaching things cautiously, trying to rebuild, but unsure of where things are going. Your energy is curious and willing to learn, interested in building something steady, but progress is slow. You may feel like you're in a friend zone or not being taken seriously enough yet. So this card tells me that you're showing up with genuine intention. You want to build a relationship with your partner. You're reaching out. You're putting forth the effort. But the Page of Pentacles is still a learning card. It's still young. Things are still beginning. And the Page of Pentacles is cautious and a little unsure. So that uncertainty combined with the slow movement might actually be giving your partner permission to move slowly as well. So you're cautious and they're wait and see. The holding you back clarifies that. It says that you're dimming your light to keep the peace. So you're wanting to develop things. Things are happening slowly, and you're being cautious in your efforts. And how you're being cautious is you're dimming your light to keep the peace. And Spirit is saying love should never require self-abandonment. You're making yourself small to keep the partner comfortable, or you're dimming your light and inadvertently signaling that it's okay for them to keep you in limbo, in a dim space and in limbo. My question to you is, what happens if you stop shrinking and let your full light show? Will they still want to be around you? Question number 5. What are the hidden barriers to your relationship? We got the Two of Cups and undefined. So what's really stopping them from fully committing to you? The Two of Cups says, in the challenge position, struggles with emotional reciprocity, needing balance and mutual commitment, needs to work through misalignment to keep the connection strong. So the barrier isn't that they don't feel something for you. They do. They see a future with you. Right? The feeling is there. It's mutual. But emotional reciprocity is off. The attraction is mutual, but the emotional reciprocity is off. One person is giving more than the other emotionally, and there's a misalignment in how deeply each person is invested right now, and that imbalance is blocking the full commitment from forming. Also, this is clarified by undefined, which says that you're sharing time and energy, maybe even intimacy, but no one's naming what this is. If you feel uncertain, it's because the foundation is unclear. So the hidden barrier is that maybe you haven't defined your relationship clearly. Nobody has said what it actually is. And when something is undefined or goes undefined, it gives the person who's less invested all the space they need to stay comfortable without committing. So the barrier isn't someone else in the picture. It isn't a past relationship or the past necessarily. It's the absence of a conversation that names what is. Sixth question, the alignment check. Where do your future paths intersect, or where might they diverge? So we want to know if you're headed in the same direction. So we got the Seven of Wands clarified by cosmic connection. So the Seven of Wands is a defensive card. It says you're guarding your heart, feeling tested, and this could be mutual energy, possibility of resisting intimacy or closeness, feeling defensive, emotionally guarded, tested and on the defense. You may be fighting for the connection or feeling the need to protect your heart. So where your paths intersect is that both of you feel this connection is valuable enough to fight for. Maybe other people in your environment don't feel are maybe opposing, but you defend it to the end. You want this relationship, or you both defend it, yet there are things missing in it. But you're both still in it, even if it's hard. And where you diverge is with the Seven of Wands is the guardedness, the resistance to fully open up. And if that wall stays up, then your paths will start to go in different directions, because one person is ready to open up emotionally while the other is still defending that or resisting that. Now with Cosmic Connection clarifying this card, it says that this connection transcends time, space, and logic. You've met in other lifetimes and other dimensions. So despite all the resistance and the tension, Spirit is saying that this connection is not random. There's something very real and very deep between your two energies that goes beyond what's happening on the surface right now. And that's where your paths intersect most powerfully, in something that neither logic nor circumstance can fully explain. I feel like you've had past lives together. You may be soulmates. Even though it's hard. Just because you're soulmates doesn't mean the path is easy. And it doesn't mean you have to be with this person either. But the energy is there. The seventh question, if nothing changes, where is this relationship headed? What's the outcome? And we got the Knight of Coins reversed and feeling trapped. So I want to be honest with you here, because the cards are being honest, and that's how I roll. I roll with the cards. I say what the cards say, whether it's good or bad. We've got the Knight of Coins reversed, clarified by feeling trapped. So for a new relationship as an outcome, it says their emotional resistance blocks progress. You may be reaching a dead end, the connection stalls, and nothing improves. So, and plus clarified by feeling trapped, which says feeling trapped isn't part of a love deal. If there's no key in sight, which there isn't, it might be time to break free. So if nothing changes in the current trajectory of your relationship, if things continue as they are, the emotional resistance will block progress and growth in your relationship. Someone will end up feeling trapped in something that isn't moving. And that's the honest trajectory I see if current patterns continue as they are. But here's what I want you to hold on to, pile number 2. You got the Cosmic Connection card, and this told you that your bond is real and it's deep, it's significant. And the Two of Wands, if I can pick it up, the Two of Wands is the vision, in the vision position, says that your person wants a future with you. And the outcome, but the outcome card is saying isn't saying that isn't impossible. It's saying that the current path right now is going to lead you to a dead end. So this is a call to action, to make changes. It's not a final verdict on the relationship. Please make sure you hear me clearly when I say that. Now, what aligned action can you take to shift the trajectory and as well as honor yourself? And we got the Eight of Wands reversed, clarified by living the dream. So the Eight of Wands says delays or miscommunication stall the connection, just like the Knight of Coins said, reversed. Miscommunication is key here. In new love, someone pulls back or stops responding. There's a lack of communication or blocked communication, a lack of movement, effort, or meaningful follow-through. So that's your key. You need to communicate. You need to take action more. You need to follow through more on what it is you talk about. And living the dream clarifies this. It says living the dream isn't a solo gig. Every day feels like the best plot twist when you're with the one you love. So what Spirit is saying with this combination is that to take this as a warning and don't let communication stay blocked between you. Don't let the stalling continue without addressing it. Living the dream is the vision of what could be if the blocks get cleared. The dream, the two people in the water, eyes locked, fully present with each other. That's available to you, pile number 2. But it's going to take both of you choosing to communicate, to move, and to follow through to get there. So the aligned action for you, pile number 2, is stop waiting for them to define the relationship. Start having some conversations that will define it. Not from a place of ultimatum, don't get me wrong. Ultimatums don't work. But from a place of knowing your own worth. Because living the dream isn't a solo gig. And right now, you might be the only one trying to build towards this. So stop dimming and making yourself small. Start speaking up. That's advice from Spirit, pile number 2. So bringing it all together, this person wants a future with you. Their intention is real, but money matters. Says that there's financial pressure point that creates friction on the path to getting to the full commitment. They keep showing up. They genuinely want to grow and to break free from old patterns and to be better, do better by you. But the desire to change isn't actually changing, so make sure you stay aware of that and keep an eye on them. Investment versus interest. We've got the Hangman and breaking up. They're currently not putting in effort. They're stalling. They're just taking it as it is. But something is already fractured. And it could be an emotional distance that they haven't decided what to do about yet. You're showing up with a real intention, right? You have a willingness to grow and make this work, but you're also dimming your light to keep the peace. And that's giving them the permission to stay comfortable without committing. So Spirit is also saying, be yourself, be your natural whole self, and shine the way you naturally do. And if they can't handle that, then it's good to be aware of. It's good to know that, right? So you can make right choices for yourself. The hidden barrier is the Two of Cups in the undefined, where the emotional reciprocity is off and nobody has named exactly what the relationship is. There's an undefined foundation, and that's the biggest barrier to your full commitment. That's what you need to talk about, but not with an ultimatum. 7 of Wands and the Cosmic Connection says that there's real resistance and guarded energy, but the Cosmic Connection says that this bond runs deeper than the surface struggle. The soul recognition is there even when the human behavior isn't keeping up. And then the outcome card is the Knight of Coins reverse and feeling trapped. If nothing changes, this relationship could stall to a dead end, and someone may end up feeling trapped. But if you make an alignment change with the 8 of Wands reverse and living the dream, you stop letting communication be blocked, and by having a conversation that names what the relationship is, because living the dream takes two people choosing to show up fully. So are you dating with intention? The 2 of Wands says that the desire for the future is there. They are dating you with intention. But you got to have that conversation and define what you are. The Cosmic Connection says your bond is real. If you've been doubtful, now you know it is real and it's deep. But the Hangman and the undefined energy and the Knight of Coins reverse says the intention hasn't turned into a consistent action on their part yet. Now you can't control them, you can only control yourself. So the cards aren't saying to walk away, they're just saying stop being undefined. Name it, speak it, and see who shows up on the other side of that conversation. All right, thanks for tuning in, pile number 2. Bye. Hello and welcome to pile 3 of Are They Dating Me with Intention? You chose the amethyst, and let's go ahead and get into your reading, shall we? Are they dating me with intention? Before I get started, I just want to say that tarot is for entertainment purposes only. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Please don't try to make it fit if it doesn't fit. If it's not your story, it's just not your story. Check another pile. Or just take what resonates and leave the rest behind, okay? So let's get into it. The first question, we're asking the cards because we want to know what our partner's intentions towards us in dating us is the vision. What is my partner's ultimate goal or end game for our connection? What do they actually want with me long term? And we got the Two of Cups clarified by requited love. Beautiful. Two people in a deep embrace underneath a lion and two intersecting snakes. And requited love shows two people softly holding each other. And it says you don't have to wonder. You don't have to prove your worth. You are loved just as much as you love. So, pile number 3, you need to hear that because the vision card is one of the most mutual, genuine cards you can pull for this position. The Two of Cups isn't one-sided. It isn't convenience. It isn't someone keeping you around while they figure things out. This is two people choosing each other, and requited love confirms it. So this is Spirit saying, the love you're giving is being matched. The end game for your partner is you. A real mutual, deeply felt connection. And that's what they're here for. Next question. Why? What specifically is motivating my partner to keep showing up and investing in us? Why does my partner keep coming back to me? And we got the Ace of Wands clarified by mutual growth. Look how similar these cards look. So the Ace of Wands is a hand reaching out of the cloud, holding the wand with blossoming sprigs above it. And it's above this river and city below, representing new energy and new life, something igniting. And then mutual growth shows a plant growing up out of the cobblestone street where you wouldn't expect it to grow. But there it is. So this says that you inspire each other to become the highest versions of yourself. They keep coming back because they see your potential. And they see that this connection will make them better. There's a fire here. There's a physical spark too. The sex is awesome. You know, this is a sexual card, so if you are intimate, then they're loving that. And Spirit says don't shy away from that. But it goes deeper than just sexual attraction. Your partner keeps showing up because being with you activates something in them, a version of themselves that they want to become. Question number 3 represents their investment and versus their interest. So are they actually putting in effort or just enjoying the moment of our dating? So we got the Queen of Cups clarified by battle of egos. So the Queen of Cups is a woman looking into a bowl. She's tuned in, she's intuitive, she's present emotionally. The moon and the skies and the water is behind her. So this is someone who feels deeply and leads with their heart. And Battle of Egos shows two lions roaring at one another. And it says you're not building a relationship when you're fighting to be right. love can't grow where ego refuses to let go. So here's what this combination is saying to me about their investment. The emotional depth is genuinely there. The Queen of Cups doesn't fake her feelings. Your partner is emotionally invested in you. But the battle of ego clarifier is pointing to a pattern that's getting in the way of that investment showing up consistently. Because when the ego kicks in, that's when it becomes about winning the argument instead of building the connection, and growth stalls. So I see the effort is there, the emotional investment is there, but the ego is the thing that sometimes blocks everything from landing the way it should. So this is the area that this relationship most needs work on. They may have a big ego. You may have an ego. There may be controlling issues or conflicts between you, but this person does feel the need to be in control and to be right. Next question, the mirror. What role am I, pile number 3, playing in encouraging or discouraging my partner's intentionality towards me? In other words, how is pile number 3 affecting how serious the partner takes them? And we got the 4 of Swords reversed and chosen family. Now in 4 of Swords, we see a woman in a bed holding a knife, 3 knives above her. She's asleep. But when it's reversed, she's waking up. She's coming out of a period of rest or self-protection. And chosen family shows 2 women embracing with their cats. And this combination says, this card says, you've created your own definition of family. This love feels like a home in every way that matters. So the mirror for pile 3 is really beautiful. I feel like you're waking up and opening back up after a period of maybe sitting out, celibacy or isolation, or protecting yourself. And the energy that you're bringing into this connection is that chosen family warmth, the kind of love that feels like home, like belonging. And that energy encourages your partner's intentionality in a profound way. When someone feels at home with you, they don't want to leave. So you're creating this environment, this vibe of safety and comfort. And that's what's allowing this commitment to grow. Next question. What are the hidden barriers? What past patterns or external factors are limiting my partner's ability to be fully intentional with me right now? So the hidden barriers, we got 10 of Swords and biological clock. So the 10 of Swords, we see a woman face down on the ground, 10 swords in her back. This is someone who's been through something very devastating and painful, a betrayal, a collapse, an ending, something that leveled them. And the biological clock ticking shows a clock at 10 to 2. And it says, you're allowed to want what you want, but the pressure is real. Don't settle for the wrong person just because the timing feels urgent. So this combination is saying that the hidden barrier for your partner to commit is their past pain. And this was something real they went through. The kind of pain or suffering or ending that leaves you at ground zero, wondering if you can get back up. So something happened in their past that wounded them deeply, and you layer on top of that the pressure of timing. Maybe there's an age factor, maybe they're at a certain life stage, maybe there's a sense that a window is narrowing for them. And when you're carrying that much past hurt while also feeling the pressure of time, it can make full intentionality really difficult. Not because they don't want to commit, but because the wounds from before are still healing underneath the surface. So now you know. If everything else is so perfect, then why haven't they committed? Now you know why. Something in their past they haven't healed from. And yet, but they're in the process of healing from. Next question, alignment check. I have to keep the crystal on the world here because there's some nudity, so give me a second. I'll just put my thumb over it for right now. So we got the world and future spouse. This represents where your future paths intersect or where they might diverge. So the question is, are you and your partner really headed in the same direction? And we pull the world and future spouse. Wow. So the world is a woman standing on one leg. You can't really see. She's standing on one leg inside a circle made by a snake eating its own tail on the top and the bottom. And there's 4 elements at each corner of the card. So this represents completion and wholeness, a full cycle arriving at its destination. And a new chapter about to begin. Future spouse shows 2 rings intertwined, gold and silver. And that says marriage material, soulmate energy, forever vibes. It's all here. You picked the right file, number 3. Now it's up to you to nurture this. The potential for this relationship to end in a committed bond is really strong. So where do your paths intersect? Pretty much everywhere. The world is a card of full arrival of 2 paths that have traveled separately, finally meeting at the place that they were always headed. And future spouse is spirit being very clear with you as to the possibility of where your relationship can lead to. This isn't a maybe. This isn't a could be. The cards are saying the foundation for something permanent is already here. The nurturing is what will take it there. So make sure you nurture this relationship. In healthy ways. Okay. So the next question is the outcome of the relationship. If nothing changes right now and you just keep on the same trajectory as you're going, this is where your relationship is headed. We have the 7 of Wands and securely attached. So the 7 of Wands shows a young man holding this bow and arrow, getting ready, preparing to defend himself if he has to against these attacking wands. So, heard incoming. And securely attached shows 2 ropes connected by a metal link that's very secure. It looks like it's locked on each side. So there's, unless you have the key or the combination, there's no way to detach these ropes. So this is saying no push and pull, no guessing games. This is what it feels like to be loved by someone emotionally available, consistent, and attuned. I love this for you. Pile number 3. So 7 of Wands here isn't someone fighting against the relationship. I feel like it's someone fighting for a relationship, protecting what they've built, standing their ground against whatever adversary or pressure or challenge comes towards the connection. And securely attached as the clarifier is the outcome of that defense. If both people keep choosing this, if they keep showing up and nurturing this, and protecting what they have. The trajectory for this relationship is secure, consistent, and emotional available love. No games, no guessing, just two people who choose each other and keep choosing each other. That's where this relationship is going. Wow, I love this. This is such a beautiful spread. I've never seen one so good. So your bonus cards are, what is the aligned action that Spirit advises you to take to improve the trajectory you're on, improve the circumstances that the relationship can go in, or if that's not advisable, to best honor yourself and your own needs within the relationship or outside of it. So what is the next best aligned action for you to take, pile number 3? And we got the 5 of coins, and this is clarified by trust issues. So as your partner is healing, you may need to do some healing and inner work as well. We see in the 5 of Pentacles this young boy barefoot in the snow, hand out, head down, and someone passing by who doesn't have much to give. And trust issues shows a woman checking a man's phone, and he's allowing her to do so. So this combination is saying that you want closeness, but you're scanning for betrayal. Maybe you've been abandoned before, and you feel like you might get abandoned again. But your actions, in other words, the scanning of their phone, is an action to protect yourself. But are you really protecting yourself or pushing them farther away? So Spirit is trying to be really direct with this symbology for you, because everything else in this reading is pointing towards something real, lasting, and beautiful and mutual. The love is here in these cards. But the 5 of coins is showing a pattern of lack mentality within you, of sitting in the cold waiting for something that might not come instead of walking through that door that's already open. And trust issues is pointing directly at that thing that could quietly undermine all of this, your trust issues. Not your partner's intention, not the connection, but the scanning, the checking, the waiting for the other shoe to drop. That's on you. So the next aligned action for you is to work on trust, or maybe possibly abandonment issues, not for them, but for yourself, because this reading shows that your partner is coming back to the connection because it makes them better, and they're defending the relationship. And they're basically calling them your future spouse. These cards are calling this person your future spouse. So the only thing standing between you and receiving that outcome is whether you can believe that you deserve it. You got to get rid of that lack mentality. And that maybe it's worthiness issues and trust issues, I would say, look deeper into, working on within yourself. You deserve this, and you don't need to look for proof of it. You just do. So heal your trust and let love in. So just to summarize the reading, we've got the 2 of Cups, unrequited and requited love, which is beautiful. Your partner's end game is a real mutual love with you. The feeling is mutual. Why do they keep coming back? They keep showing up because you inspire them to become a better version of themselves, and because they see your potential. What investment are they making in the relationship? Well, we got the Queen of Cups in the battle of egos. The emotional depth is genuine, but the ego battles between you are a thing that could get in the way if it shows up consistently. And that's the work that needs to be done between the two of you together. You don't always have to be right. Maybe more compromise, allowing the other to lead every once in a while. These are things you might want to work on between you. The mirror shows that what you're doing is creating a very comfortable, encouraging energy for them to want to make a commitment to you. And the hidden barrier blocking that commitment right now is that your partner is still healing from past pain, and the time pressure underneath it all is causing some issues there on their commitment making, making it a little bit harder for them to make that full commitment to you. Could be the time pressure as well. Where are you aligned? Everywhere. The world and future spouse says your paths are headed to the same place. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. The foundation for something permanent is here. Spirit calls this your future spouse energy. There's nothing else to say. Mic drop right there. And the outcome is the Seven of Wands. You're and securely attached. So both people, you, them, choosing to fight for and defend each other and your relationship. And that makes this secure, consistent love with no games, no guesswork, and the aligned action that you need to take to honor yourself in this relationship and give your 100% best to it is to work on that trust pattern, heal that trust pattern, stop scanning for betrayal and in the connection, because this is your soulmate. This is a soulmate energy, and the door is open, and all Spirit is asking you to do is to walk through the door. So are they dating you with intention? Hell yes. The cards are saying yes. The intention is there. The love is real. The future is being pointed to directly. The only question the cards are asking you is, are you ready to let yourself receive it? I hope that you enjoyed this reading, pile number 3, and all my piles. Again, this was for entertainment purposes only. If the reading resonated, please give this video a like. It helps more people to find this channel, and honestly, it means everything to me, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Share this video with your friends on social media, because you never know who needs to hear this today. And make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next reading. All right, thanks guys. Oh, and if you'd like a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. Take care. Blessings. Bye.